Hello bros and welcome to Aspect Zero, BroFive production, and the last part of Sakura Swing Club. Doesn't matter how long this will be the last one. Seriously, I will play it for an hour if I need to. Start running right here, and let's jump in where we left off. There. Before I know it, we already lined up. Shoulder to shoulder with countless others. As I stand up there, a strange wave of emotions is crashing through me. Anxiety, fear, determination. All of my training is going to add up to this one moment. As I look out to the crowd, I see someone sitting there. He wears a black suit with a distinct crest on it. I know it. My dad sent one of his assistants in his place. Someone to report back to him. I won't be able to lie about it. The only way out of this is to win. As I stand there, I feel my insides churning. I've never been this nervous before. This be the moment that makes or breaks me. I look towards the stands and see those two smiling back at me. If I don't do it, I'm going to be miserable for the rest of my life. If I don't do it, I have to leave them behind. That's not an option. I get myself into my starting position. Every muscle in my body is tensed up. I have to relax a little bit. I'm going to waste all of my energy on worrying if I don't relax. I take a few deep breaths, letting my nervous energy out. I look back at Harumi, sitting there in her stand with the usual calm look. Actually, what the hell is wrong with my hair? Something is not right with the hair right now. Deep down, I cannot help but feel her calmness wash over me. Then I look at Mieko. She lies loud, angry, with much energy as she can muster. Her attitude is rubbing off on me. As long as they're there, watching over me, how could I possibly fail? But now it's not the time to idly daydreaming. The judge is not taking this. The judge is taking his place. Here it comes. I prepare myself to leap into the water. I will pour all of myself in these few moments. I'm not a failure, and I'm going to prove it. The whistle blows. The moments before I enter the water seems to go in slow motion. My technique is perfect. As my fingertips touch the water, it offers me no resistance at all. It's almost as if the pool is welcoming me. I cannot help but let a smile from my face as the water rushes around me. Now it's time. Now this is where the real pain begins. I have so much I have to focus on. My breathing must be perfect. My technique must be perfect. I begin surging through the water, moving faster than I think I ever have in my life. My competition is strong, very strong. Even with this pace, I'm barely keeping up with all of them. We'll have to see who fires out first. It's a desperation competition. Everyone seems to be neck and neck. We'll see how these other guys hold up. Second lap, I'm still maintaining my pace. I think the best thing to do for now is to take it easy. I can feel it in the strain of my muscles, though. Some of them are surging ahead of me too, I can tell. I need to decide what I'm going to do now. Maintain this pace or give it everything I got. They're starting to tire out now, but one of them is still in front of me. A sign comes from the crowd that I need to start giving it all I got. Hurry up, you're going to make it, Cade. Don't you dare lose now. The goal is just in front of you. With encouragement like that, how could I not? I begin pumping my muscle no matter how much they scream at me. The guy in front of me begins to slow down. He's going to a fair lead on everyone by now. I think he's won this. But I surge ahead of him, taking him by surprise. As he realizes his mistake, he begins to pick up the pace again. Now it's just a matter of who can make it first. We're on the final lap. The pain in my body is tearing me apart. My breathing is shallow. I'm barely able to catch my breath. We're practically neck and neck. He is tiring too, still pushing himself as hard as he can. But I have one reason to win this. More than ever, I need to win this. For once in my life, I want an accomplishment that I can call my own. And this will be the accomplishment. We're now at the point which I call the heartbreak stretch. It's the last tiny distance you have to cover before you're done. I let out one last burst of energy. This is it. This will be the defining moment. I managed to get a little bit ahead of him. I reach out to the finish. The distance feels so long. It's like there's an entire galaxy between me and the finish. But my hand begins to close the gap. I close my eyes as I reach forward. I feel my fingers brush against the cold concrete. Slowly I open my eyes. As I look around me, I see that I'm the only one at the end. I did it. I did it. I won. I came first place. I hear my competition splashing behind me. He stops shortly after. There's no doubt about it. I won the swimming tournament. I can hear Hirumi and Mieko cheering for me. Bit by bit I pull myself out of the water. My heart is racing. My arms ache. My lungs are hurting more than I ever thought they could. But I did it. I don't have to transfer now. I'm practically plop onto my back, trying to get my breath back. The bright blue sky above me seems so nice right now. As I slowly get up, I see Hirumi and Mieko rushing towards me. Both of them embrace me in a group hug. You did it, Cade. You won. You have no idea how proud I am of you right now. I can't believe it that you managed to pull it off. Maybe you aren't as stupid as I think you are. I complain, but I know that this is about as nice as Mieko gets. Thanks, both of you. I couldn't have possibly done this without both of you. You're the best teachers I ever had. Don't let us take all of the credit. This is something that you did, for yourself. We showed you the way, but it was you who pushed yourself down the path. Yeah, don't downplay your own achievements. This is your victory, Cade. Savor it. They're both right. This is ultimate something which I had to do myself. They showed me the way, but it was me who pushed myself in the end. Still, I'm so grateful that that I met both of you. I don't think I have been happier than I am now. And both blushes as I say that. We make you happy? Very happy. It was nothing. Just nothing. You stop saying such embarrassing things. Miyoki can barely handle being complimented by me. Oh well. This is one of the happiest days of my life. I can say that with no doubt. The bus ride back home felt like they lasted forever. Perhaps this is what a conquering king feels like when he marches back into his homeland. Weary yet exalted. We all ended up going back to my apartment. I collapsed face first into my lunch. I don't think I've been this tired before. All I want to do is sleep and give my aging muscle time to recover. It's not going to happen though. I can hear those two barging their way through the door. Come on, Kate, I know you worked you harder than that. Now is not the time to be lazy. Now is exactly the time to be lazy. I don't want to do anything else except bury my face in a pillow. You know, we never actually got to play that Arcadian battle station. I can hear rummaging through the cardboard box I keep it in. Oh wow, you have Dungeon Rumble 2. Dungeon Rumble 2? We have to play that in... we haven't played that in years. I know. When was the last time we played with an Arcadian battle station at all? Let's play it now. Sure, go ahead. I'm not even really here right now. I can hear the two of them jumping into the lunch and setting in. It's been a hell of a long day for me, but it's over. I'm going to be able to stay here with Hirumi and Mieko. I know that it isn't going to get easier from here. If I want to stay, I'm going to have to do better as a student. I can't afford just not care about it anymore. But do I really want more study sessions with these two? It's probably going to be a disaster after another. But I don't mind, as long as it's with them. I can feel myself drifting away from the real world. Time for sleep. Hirumi! Hiro, you stole my power-up. Mieko thunders yelling is enough to make me leave off the lunch. I landed at my feet. How is your power-up? We're supposed to share. I get one power, you get one power-up. Maybe the power wants to spend more time with me than with you. Oh, come on, they're competing about me again now. We aren't talking about power-up anymore, are we? I already know what Hirumi is alluding to. Well, I'm going to take all the power-ups now. I'm going to be fine when the boss comes. Then I just take the power-ups too. There are as much power-ups as your power-ups. Oh look, a spare life. Ha, not this time. Damn it, Mieko, it was mine. Maybe an extra life wanted to be with me instead. You two have fun. I barely mumbled that as I stumbled towards my room, closing the door behind me. I collapsed onto my bed. How are those two still going off the tournament? Shouldn't they be exhausted like me? I'm still nowhere on their level after all this time. But I don't mind. I love both of them. I can say that with no shame or hesitation. There's still one thing I need to deal with though. But that can wait for the morning. For now, I just like to get some sleep. I hope Mieko doesn't start yelling too loud. There's one last thing that I need to do. My dad would already know the result of the swimming tournament, even though he couldn't be there. Now it's the time to finally tell him what I wanted to say to him. Hirumi and Mieko are still asleep I'd better not wake them up. As I slowly put in the numbers, I can feel my hands shaking. It's such a huge step for me. I've always been a coward who's avoided conflict. I can freely admit that to myself now. But now, more than ever, I need to actually dive my head first into a conflict. Forget about people's expectations. Forget about all the other garbage that people have been laying on me my whole life. It's time for me to start doing things for myself. If I don't, I'm never going to get any fulfillment out of my life. Let's just hope that he picks up. It rings for a minute or two before I hear someone pick up on the other end. Hello, Kate? Hello? Kate? Hello, Dad? Just thought I'd call you. We really need to talk. Oh, about the tournament? It's more than that. He pauses, clearing his throat before he continues speaking. So you won the tournament? He does not sound particularly happy about it, though. That's right. You're going to make good on your promise, aren't you? Well, I would like to. I still think a private tutor would be... No. He goes silent for a moment. No? What do you mean by no? No, Dad. I don't want a private tutor. Why not? Don't you want us to succeed like your dad? You never got it, did you? He takes aback by that. He's not used to hearing me speak my mind. What do you mean by that? What's gotten into you, Kate? It's not what's gotten into me. It's what's been here the whole time. Did you ever ask me if I wanted to be a great student? Did you ever ask me if I actually wanted to be some kind of big shot like you? You mean you weren't incapable? You just didn't want to? That's exactly what I'm telling you. All of these years you just decided what I should do with my life. You never asked me what I wanted for myself. Maybe I could have been happy just being average, you know. But why would you want to be just average? Because it would be my own choice to be average. Dad, I know you meant well for me over the years. I have not doubted that once. But please, listen to me. I don't want to live in your shadow. I want to be me. I want to choose my own path. When you told me that I would have to leave the swimming club inside. Is that really? Do you know how I felt then? You don't. You didn't know how I really felt this whole time. But that's not your fault. I should have said something. So I've lived my entire life in your shadow. People have always compared me to you and your achievements. You never actually thought about what I wanted either. But I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not happy with it. You're not happy with it. So why should this go on? I think I can hear a sniffle come from my dad. He's usually not an emotional man, but I think it's getting the better of him. I'm sorry, Cade. You're right. I never actually asked you what it is what you wanted with your life. I just presumed that you want to be like me. So what is it you actually want to be? I don't know what I want to be. But I know that whatever it is, I want to choose it for myself. For now, though, what I would like is to stay in the swimming club with my... I can't really call them friends at this point, can I? That picks up on it too. Okay, are you saying that you... Yeah, both of them. I just know that the look on his face right now. But is that really okay? I mean, yeah, they don't mind. Well, while I normally wouldn't approve of this, and it would be something I wouldn't do myself. You already told me that you want to choose your own path. If that path leads you to disaster, then you will just have to bear those consequences. And well, I can't complain about your success with trying to find a wife. But isn't that going to be going a bit far? I mean, they aren't my wives yet. I don't know how to get married to them right away, do I? That's when I noticed both of them leaning in to listen to our conversation. I must have woken them. Why? Your dad thinks we're going to get married? Who's that I can hear? Are they both there? They are, Dad. They both quickly leave the room, leaving me to talk to him alone. You told me before that they were just friends. Looks what happened there. Your old man can predict a few things, Cade. The tone of our conversation is a lot like older times. I don't hear that weariness in his voice anymore. Are you sure you're going to be able to handle two, though? Your body is more than enough for me. Don't worry, I've been able to keep up so far. You say that now, when you got the fires of your youth burning. That won't last forever, though. So you're going to end up lagging behind them sooner or later. Then I better enjoy this while I can. Damn right you should. That's why I was worried that you didn't show interest in anything. I was scared that you were going to end up doing nothing and ultimately lead to an unfilled life. I thought you needed a nudge in the right direction. That was why I pushed you so hard, Cade. But by doing that, all I achieved was the exact opposite of what I wanted for you. I've been so stupid. I saw it sooner. Don't blame yourself, Dad. The only way you could have known is if I said something about it. I was scared that you wouldn't have cared either way, even if I told you the truth. Don't ever think like that again. I care about you more than anything else in this life. I guess even though we spend our whole lives with each other, we still don't really know what the other thinks. He laughed to himself a little bit. I'm still as much as a presumptuous fool as I always been. Well, now that we really know what we both think, perhaps it's time to make a fresh start. Knowing him, he's nodding to himself right now, one hand on his shin like always. Sounds great to me. I want you to know, son, I'm proud of you. Always have been, always will be. You took the stand for what you actually believed in. Instead of just pretending that you agreed with me, it takes guts to choose your own way. You're far more mature than I would ever have guessed. I can't help but laugh. Having angst like this can't be mature, right? Don't worry about it. We're moving past that now, so don't even ever think about it again. Anyway, I really need to go. Before I do, though, I want you to know I love you, Cade. Don't ever forget that, okay? Not a single day goes by where I'm not thinking about my son. I love you too, Dad. I don't want you to think that I've hated you over all these years. I know you only wanted the best for me. I'm glad you understand, Cade. And I'm really glad my only son doesn't hate me. I see you soon. I think we really need to catch up. I like that. You should bring your two friends as well. I will. Goodbye, Cade. Goodbye, Dad. As he hangs up, I can't stop myself from smiling. It's finally over. I'm safe. I get to stay in this town. And more importantly, the swimming club. Hirumi and Miyako quickly return. It sounds like it went well? Are your things all good now? They are. He finally knows what I really think. I told you it'd be okay. I'm so happy for you. Hirumi immediately tackles me with a hug. Hirumi, don't hug Kei. I want to hug him too. Miyako fearlessly wraps herself around me too. So tightly that I swear I'm going to strangle me to death. Could I hug you tighter, okay? No, not tighter. You're strangling him, Miyako. I don't know when you hold back. But he really would like to use a gentle touch. Not ape-like strength. What would you know about gentleness? More than you would. Yeah, she's pretty brutal and she's pretty gentle. Even though when they're battling for me, they are more brutal than any kind of creature that exists or don't exist. Even though I'm in the middle of a strangest tug of war ever, I still can't stop myself from smiling. They both let go eventually. But either way, Cade, yeah? Your dad thought that we're going to be your wives. He always says stuff like that. Don't worry about it. Why should I worry about it? It's one thing to date both of us, but marriage? Blood rushes to her face. It's so red that the surface of Mars looks pale in the comparison. I worry that she's going to faint. This is the most embarrassing thing that I ever thought about in my life. She stops as she looks over to Hirumi, who has expression of pure bliss on her face. Me and Kate married. She practically melts at the thought. I cannot wait. This will be amazing. I'll make him happier than he's ever been in his life. Don't you think you're going to be the one who gets to marry him? He's still half mine, and I want that half. Actually, there are countries you can get married to two people, and you just have to go back to the original people, and they're your original country, and you will still actually be married to both of them. I don't know that. I don't know if I belong to you both. They're not listening though. As they continue to bicker, all I can do is laugh to myself. Life's never going to be the same now that these two are here. I have no idea where they'll lead me, but at the same time I don't mind, as long as it's with them. Christmas! Things have been so much better now. Actually, how much time has I recorded? Yeah, we continue. I finally proven my talent to my dad. The months went by, my studies went fine, I passed my exams with ease. That's what's even better is that I'm getting closer to those two every day. Miyako is moving on from her past little bit by each day, and I heard that Hirumi Modi is recovering from surgery. It looks like she's getting better every day. All those months ago, I did not believe that what the tarot deck had said about my future. I flipped the last two cards off the top to see what was waiting for me. The Star of Judgment, hopes of finding one's calling in life. That kind of spooky in a retrospect, but that doesn't matter. It's hard to believe it now. Christmas. These two insisted that I had to do something for Christmas this year. They ended up decorating my apartment with lights and Christmas tree. On top of that, those two have been plotting something again. Whatever it is, it's been making Miyako blush even more than usual. It reminds me of what happened at the cultural festival. I'm sure they're gonna have like Christmas wraps as clothes and gonna be lying under the tree. Something like that. They'll be here any minute. They said that they'd come early in the morning. Speak of the devil, I can hear them marching on the door now. Kate, we're here. Close your eyes and open the door. You're not allowed to open them until I tell you to. Do we have to? Yes, we're doing it. You've already been dressed up, so don't think you're making a waste of all the time and effort for nothing. Well, let's see this surprise. I open the door for them. They bumble through and close it behind them. I hear a quiet deal of rustling near the Christmas tree. Everything is in place. This is so cold. Okay, can't I wear... Shush, you spoiled the surprise. Okay, Kate, open your eyes. Best Santa ever. As I slowly open my eyes, I find Hirumi standing in front of me. She's wearing a Christmas outfit complete with a cap and on her head. It's not quite like any other outfit I've seen though. Yeah, I've seen Christmas outfits for girls before and this not it. It consists of a little more than a few stripes of fur covering the chest and a mini skirt. And when a mini is smaller than other I ever seen in my life. I don't know if that is actually large enough to be called a skirt. Despite the belt, it hangs very loosely on her hips, dangerously close to slipping off at any moment. A candy cane sticks out of her mouth, shifting from side to side. Every now and then her tongue sticks out and wraps itself around the candy cane, licking it up and down. Well, Kate, have you been a good boy this year? If you haven't, you should beware. Santa punishes naughty children. but doesn't he just give them a lump of coal? And I'm going to give you a very different punishment if you're being naughty this year. I would like to say I've been naughty. And what do I get if I've been nice? I think I'll let your imagination decide on that. She leans over, looking me dead in the eyes. Oh, I can tell that you've been good boy this year. How can you tell that just by looking in the eyes? It's magic, Kate. Santa knows the kinds of things. She winks at me as she says that. Since you've been good boy this year, I got a very special present for you. It occurs to me that I've been paying so much attention to Hiromi that I doesn't know where Miyako is. As I'm about to look around, Hiromi steps in front of me. Hey, no peeking at your present. My present? You brought a present in here when I wasn't looking. Maybe. You could say that the present brought itself in. I try to look around her again by leaning to the side, but this time she sticks her chest in my face. Are you looking at something, Kate? Nothing. Embarrassed, I immediately look away. Now then, I think I teased you enough. Santa has gotten a great present this year. She yeses towards the Christmas tree. Stepping aside, my eyes go wide as I see my present. I suspected that so much. Wrapped in a gigantic pink ribbon, a completely red Hiromi looks back at me. In fact, she's wearing nothing else at all. The ribbons are also carefully placed too. If they slipped, this is bold, even for the standards of these two. She seems to be unable to handle me looking at her. This is so embarrassing for me. You better not like this, Kate. As I look further and further down, I notice that there's only a single ribbon hiding something. I'll stop myself from looking before I get there. I'm left speechless at the gift. Well, are you going to unwrap your present? What did you just say? Unwrap your present. This will all unwrap if you pull the right ribbon. But it's not Christmas Day yet. I can't unwrap my present until then. You're not getting out of this that easily. You got to unwrap your present right here, right now. I don't know which one of us is going to faint first. The blood rushes to my head is making me dizzy. I can't do this. There's no way I'm going to be able to touch those ribbons. Oh, well, Nego squirms a little bit in anticipation. It's okay if it's you're doing it. Hilmer looks at me expectantly. Go ahead, Kate. You've been a good boy this year. Unwrap your present. There's no way I'm going to get out of this. Slowly reach towards the ribbon. Miyako nervous shift as I reach out. Just as I'm about to touch it, she flinches and my hand grabs something else completely. For the longest moment, we all stare at each other. The storm is coming. No! Her yell is enough to make me let go immediately. You pervert. Monster maniac. I will never ever forgive you for this. She stands up. By the way she moves, the ribbons begins to unwrap themselves. Oh no, we didn't wrap them tight enough. As the ribbons covering the modesty slips off, I can feel my face burning. It's too much, I can't handle this. After that incident was over, they quickly got dressed in normal clothes. I just wanted to tell you, Cade. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Cade. Merry Christmas, Hiromi Mieko. And I really mean it. I take a moment to reflect myself all that's happened this year. My life really has changed, hasn't it? I've changed too. When I first came to this town, I thought that I would just be more of the same. How wrong could I have been? There's plenty of good things coming my way, and I can feel it all with a smile. Anyway, there's one more day ahead of us. Let's go out and do something. Yeah, good idea. Both of them already out of the door. Come on, Kate. If you don't hurry up, we are leaving you behind. It's a beautiful day today, so don't waste it. Yeah, she's right. It's a beautiful day. This game is really funny. Alright, I did a little trick there. This is the story I'm writing, Liberty. I'm sorry that actually Winged Cloud isn't actually in the game as much as before. But it's this is one of the most funniest stories I read so far. But Sakura Spirit still takes the top on it all. I mean, the only thing that's wrong with Sakura Spirit is really that it isn't, well, as much choices as you made that reflect on the story. But as you see, this part is longer than the others, and it's for a good point. This is the ending. I have not seen any other Sakura games come out. I have not seen them on Greenlight. I have not seen them on Steam. So that means next thing is gonna be completely unexpected. I hope they really put out the next part of Sakura Fantasy, because we just done chapter 1 and I want chapter 2. I want to see more of I forgot what she named, but I want to see more of them. Especially that's the only story by this Sakura creators that actually you are a character in the game that you actually can see. But this game was the funniest. So next up, you know what's coming after this? It's the screenplay of all the screenshots in correct order, the first one to the last one. So at least hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. BroFive!